अभिषेक, तुम तो एक परफेक्ट कैंडिडेट हो। मुझे बड़ी खुशी है आज हमारा सेशन हुआ है। अगर लेट होता तो दिक्कत होती। बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत उम्दा है, ऐसे ही तैयार करते रहो अपने आप को। सो अभिषेक, टेल मी समथिंग अबाउट जौनपुर।
So Jaunpur is a district in the eastern part of the Uttar Pradesh.
हम्म।
It is famous for uh, radish, which is radish as a vegetable, and then its sweets like imirti. Beniram ki imirti is very famous all over the country. And sir,
हम्म।
one very good thing is that it has one of the highest sex ratio in whole Uttar Pradesh. It is 1024. These are the some things about UP, sir.
Very good. So you live in east part of UP, which is called relatively deprived UP. So is there a east-west divide in UP?
Sir, when it comes to east and west part, then west region is more developed when it comes to industrial development.
Hmm.
But eastern region is more of agriculture develop.
Hmm.
Agriculture is more prominent there. And
Hmm.
sir, also the contribution of GDP to the GDP of Uttar Pradesh by the western part is more.
Okay, so you think that there is no east or west divide in UP? You think there is
Sir,
divide in terms of money and development, but otherwise, what about the culture? Is there any cultural divide also between the western UP and the eastern UP?
culturally, eastern UP shares its culture more with the Bihar, and its language is little bit different compared to Western UP, because in Western UP the standard Khadi Hindi is spoken, but in the Eastern UP, sir, Awadhi and Bhojpuri are the local and prime language.
Hmm. What are the benefits of three languages?
Sir, it is always good to learn anything in more than one language. There is no problem with it. And benefit is that we get to explore other cultures. When we learn anything in other language, then we get to know the perspective of that culture, sir.
Apart from cultural benefits, any other benefit?
Yes, sir. Other benefit is that when we learn any other language, then we get employment opportunities in those regions as well. Uh, yes, sir. That is one thing.
तो आप ये कंप्लीट करा करो, एक पॉइंट बोलकर मत छोड़ दिया करो, है ना। दो तीन
Okay, sir.
मल्टीपल पॉइंट्स एक क्वेश्चन के तो आप बोला ही करिए। ये वीडियो बाद में चेक कर लीजिएगा आप। अभी मुझे आपसे सवाल पूछने हैं बहुत सारे। नाउ अभिषेक, आई विल गिव यू अ जॉब, अ वेरी गुड जॉब। यू आर यूपीज टॉलेस्ट आईएएस ऑफिसर। यू आर द वन ऑफ द मोस्ट सीनियर मोस्ट आईएएस ऑफिसर्स इन यूपी। I make you the finance secretary of UP. Now, it has been known that UP is a part of Bimaru states. Although the definition is redundant now, but still, UP comes under the status of Bimaru because of some socioeconomic indicators. So, what three policy steps would you take on ground, Abhishek, to bring out UP from this status?
Sir, although the image of Bimaru has changed, and the
Hmm.
three major things that I would like to bring is first, sir, especially in eastern part of Uttar Pradesh, I will promote the cooperative societies for agriculture, because the average size of land holding is very less, and because of which the agriculture productivity is very less. So it will
Very,
help in the development of the eastern UP. So
very
second step that I would take is that as the western UP has more of the startup culture,
good.
then I would try to have a linkage, a tie-up between Eastern and Western UP, so that startup culture can be promoted more in the Eastern UP and more employment opportunities can be generated. And the third thing would be to work on the corruption, reduction of the corruption. As recently there was a news in which an IS officer was caught taking commission for allowing the investment in that region. So on that front, sir, I would totally digitalize the system of investment and at governance at the ground level, so that transparency is maintained and corruption can be reduced.
Hmm. So why revenue services in preference to foreign and police services?
Sir, although all services are very good and they have their own importance in their own fields, but sir, I feel I am more inclined towards. Actually, it is not about inclined towards revenue service. It is about. I feel that when it comes to IFS, I do not want to work away from my home, and then when it comes to IPS, then sir, I feel that personally my mindset, my temperament is more suitable for the administrative service and civil side of administration. And but sir, I have no problem with IPS. If I given a chance to serve, I will serve that. So when I have put IFS and IPS below, then the next best choice is IRS. So after IAS, I had put the IRS, sir.
Okay, fine. Now, I'll give you your next job. You are the Education Secretary of UP. Again, when I make you the Education Secretary, it means you have everything. You have funds, you have functions, you have functionaries. बस पेपर लीक होने से बचा लीजिए. How will you prevent paper leaks in your state?
Sir, to prevent the paper leak, it is very important that the nexus which is present at the ground level. For example, sir, many times UPPCS conducts exam and its paper gets leaked and many people are caught also. Now, my effort would be to break down the nexus and strictly enforce the recently passed act by the parliament, which is Public Examination Act. So my focus would be to strictly enforce that act, and all the culprits, the nexus at the ground level should be broken. So this is at the level of administration. Now I also have to work at the level of the students and the teachers. They should be provided more value education, more awareness should be generated on that front so that they do not opt for such practices. So we need to work on both sides, sir.
Okay. Any practical thing which you would implement? नेक्सस तोड़ दिया आपने और उनको मॉरल एजुकेशन, आपने मॉरल लेक्चर दे दिया स्टूडेंट्स. एनीथिंग प्रैक्टिकली विच यू वांट टू हेल्प मी विद?
Sir, I think when we come to practical, then sir, at the ground level, there is a from end to end, from beginning to end, there is a chain. How the question paper moves from the point of origin to the point of delivery. I would try to ensure and make this 100% security proof, foolproof, so that at any point breach does not happen. I would try to install technologies like GPS, artificial intelligence, blockchain. Blockchain is a very good technology which can be helped in tracking that where question paper is currently, and that can help, sir. Other than that, I would also ensure to have multiple question papers so that if any one set is compromised, other set can be used. And also, sir, along with that, the communication should be my priority. Everything should be very transparent so that all are aware that work is happening very transparently.
Now you are UP's tourism secretary. Again, I'll make the senior most member of the IAS fraternity as the tourism secretary. Because I know after a month, let us say Kumbh is coming up. How would you prevent Kumbh Mela deaths?
Sir, I see Kumbh Mela incident as a challenge of crowd management. So when it comes to crowd management, sir, I would ensure one very important thing, that before anybody could come to the Kumbh Kumbh place of Kumbh, they should mandatorily register online. When there is an online registration process, I will always know that how much people are going to turn over, so that I can easily make the arrangements, security arrangements, and all those things, so that stampede like situation does not happen.
But what about the poor people who don't have these smartphones? And what about the Naga sadhus, Naga babas?
Sir, for poor people, as this event is very big, so government can recruit youth, provide training who can go from village to village and make the poor people help in registration. Like Kumbh Mitras, we can launch Kumbh Mitras. It will also generate employment opportunities. And sir, for people like Naga sadhus who are exception, although their number is not very large, maybe they are thousands in number. Even without registration, they can be managed.
Hmm. So you said there are a lot of benefits of three languages, but why is Tamil Nadu reluctant to impose three languages on its children?
Sir, in the new education policy, it is not mandatory that Tamil Nadu has to teach Hindi only. It is said that they can teach in English and then any two regional languages. Hindi is not being imposed on them. That is the reality. And Tamil Nadu's main concern is that northern Indian states, they never teach any language which is of the south origin. Then why should we teach any language which is of the north origin? I think, sir, here three language is not being imposed on the Tamil Nadu, and somewhere down the line, the issue is being politicized, and the because of the elections and all those things.
Very good, very good, excellent. Do you think that Indian society is not ready for dark comedy? Like Samay Raina said, Kunal Kamra said, but they have been vandalized. कुणाल कामरा का सारा हैबिटेट का दफ्तर तोड़ दिया उन्होंने जहां वेन्यू था. एंड रणबीर अलाहाबादिया also got a lot of threats, and Samay Raina also had to flee away from India. So how do you see this whole situation?
Sir, currently we are living in a time when we are so much interconnected, which was never the case because of the internet and technology. Anything anyone says anywhere spreads like wildfire. And sir, when it comes to Indian society is very diverse with people having very different kind of views, different kind of ideologies. And sir, even in our constitution, we have freedom of speech and expression, but sir, there is always reasonable restrictions. I'm sorry, sir. I'm just taking water.
हाँ हाँ हाँ, टेक इट, आराम से आराम से आराम से.
Yes, sir.
हम्म.
Yes, sir. I'm ready. Sir, our constitution says that there is a freedom of speech and expression, but sir, then Article 19 to imposes some reasonable restrictions. Like in that restriction, there is one point called as public order and morality should not be disturbed. So, sir, my point is whenever we make such remarks, although it comes from dark comedy or from any other politician or from any other corner, it does not go down very well with the citizens. Sir, my point is those people who are significant public figures, they should avoid any extreme language because it can have negative impact.
Hmm. But Kunal Kamra did not say anything vulgar or obscene. Ranbir Allahabadia said many things which are vulgar, and our society should not be ready for that public morality. But Kunal Kamra was a purely political satire. So, what should you do? Or should we treat any form of dissent equally?
Sir, I agree with you. The Ranbir Allahabadia's statements were very bad. But Sir, Kunal Kamra, it was a political satire. It was a humor. It was one way of enjoying the Indian democracy. And Sir, I think Indian society is becoming mature, and in some years it will get ready for such kind of humor. And Sir, particularly the problem is happening with a problem. It created problem in only one section of the society, which took it as a offense. Other sections are not taking it as a offense. So sir, clearly we can see here that it is uh, just offending one society. I think sir, my opinion is that in future we should be ready for such kind of humor and it should be allowed.
Hmm. So, tell me, what is the Waqf controversy? Is the bill against the minorities as being touted?
Sir, I do not think that bill is against the minorities. And sir, regarding the controversy, the a minority section from the Muslim community thinks that their rights are being taken, their right to religion is being taken away. But sir, the truth is, this act has been brought to bring the transparency in the system of management of the properties by the Waqf board. And sir, Waqf board is a statutory body. It is not a religious body. It has been made through an act, and it is well within the rights of the government. It is well within the rights of the constitution that any management of property should be done properly, because Waqf has the third largest amount of property in the country. And sir, there were many claims made by Waqf board, many claims which were very problematic. Like it said that Kumbh Mela land is Waqf property. Sometimes it used to say that Taj Mahal is the Waqf property. So, sir, that creates a lot of problem. And by bringing this Waqf amendment bill, we are only strengthening the already existing system. We are not trying to take away the rights of minorities. And, sir, I think it is a positive step.
So, what are the problems that Japanese companies face in India? You know, a lot of Japanese companies come to India for business. Daikin hai, then there is Mitsubishi, then there is Suzuki. What are the issues, common issues that those countries, those companies face in India?
Sir, Japanese people and Japanese companies are very well known for their discipline and work ethic. When it comes to India, sir, there is a little bit lack of discipline when it comes to work culture. Like we see in the offices, government offices also, time is of 10 a.m., but people reach at 11 a.m. and proxy workers are there, like ad hoc teachers are there. So, sir, we see that there is a lack of work ethic that is been not being liked by the Japanese company. This is first. Second thing, sir, Japan has very advanced infrastructure, and when it compares to India, Indian infrastructure, although is developing at very rapid pace, but sir, still logistical challenges are there, as 13% of our GDP is the logistical cost. So we need to work more on that front, sir. And third problem is the ease of doing business, which is not only faced by the Japanese companies but other companies as well. They complain that contract enforcement is one of the biggest problem in doing business in the country, sir.
Very good. And there is corruption also at the higher level. Red tapeism and corruption. ये भी बोल सकते
Right,
हो आप.
right, sir, right.
Very good, very good. How is Vipassana different from the other forms of meditation?
Sir, Vipassana is a specific type of meditation in which the focus is totally on only the observation. It says that observe your breath, observe the sensations that are arising in your body. This is one type of meditation, but other meditation, for example, sir, I will say transcendental meditation. In that, what happens is that repeated chanting of mantra is being done, which is totally avoided in Vipassana meditation. Other meditations are like, sir, concentration meditation, loving kindness meditation, in which we generate a sense of love and kindness inside ourselves by repeating the word love and kindness. On the other hand, sir, Vipassana has a very unique approach that it says that you, from your side, do not try to do anything. Just leave it. Just observe. Even if thoughts arise, just observe the thought. It is totally an exercise of inactivity. On the other hand, sir, other meditation, they promote activity.
What is Kal Chakra? People, planet, and peace.
Sir, it was the theme of the recently concluded Raisana dialogue.
Okay, so what was the outcome of that dialogue? Did we get something out of it?
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall
कोई बात
the
कोई बात नहीं. You see it, एक बार पढ़ लेना. Now, Abhishek, there has been more than a year of death, destruction, displacement, disharmony in Manipur. Do you think that we have failed as a state in Manipur?
Sir, Manipur is a very ethnically diverse state, and as I'm a student of anthropology, I
Hmm.
can see that the challenge is not only of current, but it is a very old challenge. Where in anthropology there is a theory called as primordial tendencies, which
Hmm.
exist among different groups, which in which they see each other as antagonistic to each other rather than cooperation to each other. And
Hmm.
when it comes to whether we have failed Manipur as a state, sir, I think we have not failed Manipur as a state, but it is a challenge of distrust, mistrust that has been created, and we are not able to tackle, we are not able to build the confidence among different communities. If we can do that, so then, sir, we are good to go.
How does anthropology explain homosexuality?
Sir, anthropology sees homosexuality in a way that, for example, many tribal societies they have the positive image about the homosexuality. For example, sir, Nair men, there are many marriages which are between man and man. There are many marriages between woman and woman. That is well approved in the society. And sir, anthropology also looks at, if we look at Hindu religion, then homosexuality was also prevalent. For example, sir, examples like Sikhandi in the Mahabharata
Hmm.
and Kinnars in the Indian mythology, they
Hmm.
say that homosexuality is very prevalent. And anthropology, sir, actually looks at it from the perspective of cultural relativism, where it says that they have their own way of looking at life, and we should respect the homosexuality. We should not only see things as a black and white. We should also consider that other types of communities may have other requirements.
Hmm. Have you seen the web series Mirzapur?
Yes, sir, I have seen it.
So does that represent the true UP, which is shown, the Eastern UP?
Sir, I do not agree with the Mirzapur series representation of the Uttar Pradesh. Maybe, sir, in very a decade back, I would say the situation was little bit poor when Mafia Raj was there. But, sir, current government has taken a very strong position when it
Hmm.
comes to mafia and law and order situation. Currently, sir, I see Eastern UP is largely peaceful compared to what it was earlier, and sir, Mirzapur is not depicting it properly.
So can tourism be the next big thing in UP?
Sir, tourism is already a next big thing in the UP. If we see numbers till this April itself, sir, more than 70 crores, 80 crore people have visited. And sir, tourism is already next big thing. And Uttar Pradesh government is developing many circuits like Ramayana circuits, Buddha circuits. And sir, hopefully it will contribute a majority of portion in the Uttar Pradesh GDP.
Very good. Why is Nepal unhappy with India now?
Sir, Nepal's internal problem. Nepal has many internal problems, and when it does not see a solution, they try to blame their neighbor, and India becomes their good choice. They
Hmm.
say that the pro-monarchy protest which is going on, it is being sponsored by Indians. So
Hmm.
it is just one way of face covering and trying to hide their own responsibilities.
Very good. Any other problems which you are aware of?
Sir, in Nepal, there is a persistent problem of economic crisis, and many youths are migrating. Like there was a data which says that more than 65,000 youth are exiting from Nepal every month,
Hmm.
and this is a big challenge, sir.
Hmm. ठीक है. Now, Mohammed Yunus has gone to China, and he said that China can be responsible, or Northeast is an extension of the economic power of China, and he's saying that Bangladesh is a champion of the oceans, and Bangladesh is a caretaker of the Bay of Bengal. So why does he have to cite Northeast India when he goes to China, Mohammed Yunus? And how do you see it?
So Bangladesh economy is in very bad shape. Its internal law and order is very poor. The country is in a very bad situation. So by going to China and saying things against India, what it is trying to do, it is trying to please the China. It thinks that it will bring more investment from the China into its country,
Hmm.
and that will help reviving the its economy. But sir, the truth is, until Bangladesh has good relation with India, which is its closest neighbor, and we have a lot of trading relation with Bangladesh. Bangladesh is never going to recover, sir. We have always supported Bangladesh, but Bangladesh is making such unilateral statement. It is doing it to its own detriment, sir.
Hmm. Recently, China has started warming up to India. Now it is saying that elephant and dragon will have a tango together. Why such sudden shift of stance from China?
Sir, I think this is a totally pragmatic move. They have no soft corner for India. They're just doing this because Trump's tariff policies are coming, and they see India as a large market. We know that every other country in the world is coming towards India because they all see India as a large market and potential market for their own goods. China is no exception, and China being our bordering country, it wants to have good relation. And also, sir, a very one very important thing that I personally feel is
Hmm.
that by saying such things, tomorrow it will take action against Taiwan, and it does not want India to oppose it. It says that it thinks that if that China and India has good relation, then it will help it in taking the Taiwan, sir.
Hmm. So now, how do you see BIMSTEC? Prime Minister Modi has gone to Thailand for the BIMSTEC summit. How do you see BIMSTEC? Is it a perfect replacement for SARC?
Sir, I think BIMSTEC's full potential has not been utilized yet, and it should have been done, but it has not been done. SARC, definitely because of the Pakistan, it has become dysfunctional. But sir, BIMSTEC can be, and it has a great potential because we all the countries have shared history, and they can. It is economically least integrated. So if we work on that front, sir, it has great potential, and I see BIMSTEC very positively. Even our Indian government has always try to provide leadership to the BIMSTEC bloc, sir. And if we can negotiate some free trade agreement, because Trump's tariff policy is also there. If we can negotiate a free trade agreement, sir, I think it will be a win-win situation for all the countries.
But then, should BIMSTEC be seen again? My question is yes or no. Should BIMSTEC be seen as a replacement of SARC?
Sir, it is already a replacement of SARC,
नो.
and SARC.
नहीं 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 नहीं, अब आपको स्टांस बदलना है. सार्क हमारा बच्चा है, हमारा ब्रेन चाइल्ड है. और सार्क मतलब ठीक है, पाकिस्तान के कारण डिसफंक्शनल है, लेकिन अगर सार्क नहीं होगा तो पाकिस्तान से डायलॉग कहाँ होगा? और अफगानिस्तान भी है। आप ये बोलोगे बिम्स्टेक कैन सपोर्ट सार्क, बिम्स्टेक कैन बी अ सप्लीमेंट टू सार्क, बट बिम्स्टेक शुड नॉट बी सीन एज एन ऑल्टरनेटिव। ऑल्टरनेटिव मतलब यू आर सैकिंग सार्क एंड देन यू आर गोइंग फॉर बिम्स्टेक। हमने तो नैम तक खत्म नहीं करा। नैम का रेलिवेंस कब खत्म हो गया था? जब कोल्ड वॉर खत्म हो गया था 1991 में। अभी नैम क्या है? कुछ भी नहीं है। नैम बातें कर रहे हैं हम 2.0 की, ये सारी चीजों की। सार्क भी यू शुड नॉट कॉल बिम्स्टेक एज एन ऑल्टरनेटिव। यू से सर बिम्स्टेक कैन बी अ ब्रिज बिटवीन सार्क एंड आसियान। कोई भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन होती है उसका एक पर्पस होता है। तुम्हारे दिल का एक अलग काम है, गुर्दे का अलग काम है, फेफड़े का अलग काम है, दिमाग का अलग काम है। उसी तरह अगर वो तुम्हें ट्रैप करे कि अरेंज इन द ऑर्डर ऑफ प्रायोरिटी सार्क, बिम्स्टेक एंड आसियान, डोंट गेट कैरिड अवे। यू ट्राई टू से सर, इन माय ओपिनियन सर, इन माय हम्बल ओपिनियन, हमें सार्क को खत्म नहीं करना है। वो हमारा लेगेसी है। साउथ एशिया का इंटीग्रेशन का एकमात्र हमारा क्या है? पिलर सार्क है। एंड वी शुड नॉट से दैट सार्क हैज आउटलिव्ड इट्स यूटिलिटी। वी कैन नॉट से। हमने तो नैम को भी बचाकर रखा है इसीलिए।
ओके सर।
हाँ, ये स्टैंस आपने लेना। सार्क खत्म नहीं हुआ है, आप नहीं बोलोगे, ठीक है?
ठीक है
माय
सर।
नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन टू यू इज रिगार्डिंग डोनाल्ड ट्रंप। ये वाला बिल्कुल गौर रखना। मतलब पॉल साइंस के सब बच्चों को मैंने यही बताया है, सार्क आप नहीं खत्म कर सकते हैं। सार्क को तो रिवाइव करना पड़ेगा। ये सुहासिनी हैदर का भी व्यू है, द हिंदू का, और
ओके।
सी राजा मोहन का भी व्यू है, सबका व्यू है। सार्क खत्म नहीं कर सकते। हाँ, कमियां हैं, रिवाइव करो, डायलॉग स्टार्ट करो सार्क में, वरना
ओके सर।
डिसइंटीग्रेट करने का कोई फायदा नहीं है। बिम्स्टेक तो अभी टाइम लगेगा, और बिम्स्टेक सार्क जैसा नहीं बन सकता। आर नियरेस्ट रीजन ऑफ इन्फ्लुएंस या इमीडिएट एरिया ऑफ इन्फ्लुएंस इज सार्क, नॉट बिम्स्टेक। हमारा
राइट सर।
इमीडिएट एरिया ऑफ इन्फ्लुएंस या इमीडिएट रीजन ऑफ इन्फ्लुएंसेस, एंड देन वी आर ऑल्सो ट्राइंग टू डू द सेम। हम सार्क को रिवाइव करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। पाकिस्तान से बैक चैनल्स पे डायलॉग शुरू हो रहे हैं। अफगानिस्तान के तालिबान के साथ मिलने की कोशिश कर रहे हो। उधर मालदीव जो बिम्स्टेक में नहीं है, तुमने मालदीव को भी इनवाइट कर लिया। चाहे मोइजू का डिप्लोमेटिक स्टैंड हुआ, यू अगेन इनवाइटेड मालदीव्स। सो बिम्स्टेक गया है मोदी, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि सार्क खत्म हो गया। नो, यू विल नॉट से सार्क हैज फिनिश्ड। सार्क जिंदा है। आप यही कहेंगे बचाना है हमें, आखिरी दम
ओके
तक
सर।
उसको बचाना है, जैसे एक डॉक्टर एक पेशेंट को बचाता है। नाउ, आर यू हैप्पी विद द 26% tariffs which President Trump has imposed on India? How do you see it? Challenge or opportunity?
Sir, I see it as both challenge and opportunity. Earlier, I thought that it is a altogether negative move for India. But sir, when I saw that our neighbors like China, Bangladesh, Vietnam, Cambodia, the tariff rate on them is much more higher compared to what is for India. So it provides a relative competitive advantage to the Indian goods in the American market.
Very
This is
good.
one point. This is one of the advantage. But sir, there are challenges like in when it comes to sectors like gems and jewelries, auto parts. Although we do not sell automobiles, but auto parts is one of our major export. And then sir, we have electronics component. These areas are where we need to worry. We have concern. We will lose. In fact, there is a report which says that it will lead to loss of $34 billion, means 0.9% of the Indian GDP, because of the Trump's tariff. But sir, at the same time, as we have seen that we are already negotiating on a trade agreement with the United States, and it is supposed to be finalized by end of this year. Once that kicks into, I think sir, we will be good to go.
Very good, very good. Now Starlink is coming to India, and Starlink is coming to India with Airtel as well as Geo. So how do you see the challenges here? Or are there no challenges in Starlink coming to India?
Sir, the first major challenge is which I see is the cost. Because it is a satellite internet, the cost of installation of this internet, like antennas installation at the households level and at the commercial level also will be very costly. This is first challenge. Second challenge would be, sir, the spectrum allocation phenomena, where the Geo company and the these Indian companies, means Geo and Airtel, and Starlink. They both disagree. Some say that it should be administrative allocation. Some say that it should be auction. So currently deliberations are going on that, and there is no clear stand. This is two problems. The third problem is security related. That once Starlink gets access to the nooks and corners of our country, then it may create some security related challenges. But sir, at the same time, there are benefits that in the areas where we have least internet connectivity, for example, some mountainous regions, or in the jungles, to tackle the Naxalite problems, we can take the help of the Starlink, and then sir, we can tackle that, sir.
Very good, Abhishek. You said that Trump has some challenges as well. Even his policies are double edged. There are both benefits and negatives of the same. If you were India's ambassador to America, would you have preferred Madam Kamala Harris to be your president?
Sir, uh, I believe that Trump, although Trump is transactional, but sir, then we can take the benefit of that transactional nature. We recently, as USA said that it is considering India for F-35. I think, sir, if Trump is of business-minded nature, then India should also behave in such a way that extract the maximum benefit out of it. Give him what he wants in some areas and take what we want. Like F-35 deal, we can fast track it. There is a jet engine deal already. It is there. It can be fast tracked. We have critical minerals related cooperation in artificial intelligence, in all those areas, sir. I think, sir, with Kamala Harris, it was not possible because their viewpoint is very different. They Trump is ready to engage to at any level if he sees benefit for himself. So I think I would not prefer Kamala Harris. I would prefer Trump, and I would like to deal with it head on.
देखो, सारा आंसर बिल्कुल ठीक है. एंड में ये नहीं कहना आई वुड नॉट प्रेफर हैरिस, आई वुड प्रेफर ट्रम्प. यू से सर, our external affairs minister says that India enjoys a bipartisan support in America. Obama, Democrat, Trump, Republican. Biden, Democrat, Trump, Republican. तो हमारा ये मानना है कि चाहे कोई भी पावर में आए, कोई भी सत्ता में आए, हमारे रिलेशंस अमेरिका के साथ खराब नहीं होंगे.
राइट सर.
दूसरी चीज, मैंने तुम्हें क्या बनाकर भेजा था? अम्बेसडर. अम्बेसडर तो यही कहेगा कि सर कोई भी लीडर हो, उसके चैलेंजेस को मैं टैकल करूंगा और अपॉर्चुनिटीज को टैप करूंगा. जो तुमने बोला था, बहुत अच्छा बोला था. ये दोनों के लिए ही लागू होगा, ट्रम्प के लिए भी और हैरिस के लिए.
राइट सर.
और तीसरी चीज, तुम्हारे हाथ में तो है ही नहीं चूज करना.
हम्म.
तुम अमेरिकन सिटीजन थोड़ी हो.
राइट सर. राइट.
ठीक है, तो बहुत अच्छा आंसर था. सिर्फ एक एंड में जो ये बोला कि मैं ट्रम्प को प्रेफर करूंगा, तुम स्टैंड यही लेना, एस जयशंकर की बात बोल देना कि इंडिया एंजॉयज अ बाय पार्टिसन सपोर्ट. एंड मोदी जी ने भी तो बोला था समोसा कॉकस,
राइट
विच
सर.
मीन्स दैट बोथ सेनेट में, चाहे रिपब्लिकन्स हो चाहे डेमोक्रेट्स हो, इंडिया के इंडियन ओरिजिन का डायस्पोरा बहुत ज्यादा है वहां पर.
राइट सर.
डायस्पोरा पर ही एक और सवाल पूछूंगा तुमसे. नाउ, इंडियन स्टूडेंट्स, जस्ट एज यू वेंट टू जापान, इंडियन स्टूडेंट्स हैव गॉन टू अमेरिका and they were seen as supporting Palestine. But the American government is deporting them. Why? Because they supported the Palestinian cause. How do you see the whole scenario? Were the students at fault or the government of America? And should India support the students? Because they are Indian.
Sir, first of all, it is about freedom of speech and expression. Having a viewpoint about the support of Palestinian is not a crime. And sir, it is un-American to arrest such people or employ a crackdown on them, sir. And sir, because at the same time, there are many voices like a Khalistan voice going on in the USA, and US does not uh, treats them with the same force like it is treating people supporting the Palestinian cause. So, sir, it is also a hypocrisy on the USA side that it is only suppressing one type of voices while ignoring the other type of equally threatening voices, like Khalistan related issues, sir. Sir, my point is that freedom of speech and expression should be allowed if it is a peaceful, if it is not damaging any law and order problem, if it is not creating any law and order problem. And sir, what India's stand should be is that India should provide a base level support what it provides to the Indian diaspora in the
ओके,
country.
रुको 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 रुको। इसका तो ये मतलब हुआ कि रोहिंग्याज यहां आकर पीसफुल प्रोटेस्ट मोदी जी के खिलाफ कर सकते हैं।
But sir, Rohingyas are not legal citizens; they are illegal
तिब्बतन
migrants.
तिब्बतन्स यहां आकर, जो लीगली हमने असाइलम दिया, तिब्बतन्स यहां आकर क्या कर सकते हैं? मोदी जी के खिलाफ, वो सिटीजन्स नहीं है इंडिया के, वो यहाँ मोदी जी के खिलाफ धरना दे सकते हैं, पीसफुल पीसफुल। देखो आर्टिकल 19 सुनो। इंडियन गवर्नमेंट ने क्लियर स्टैंड क्या लिया है यहां पर, कि भैया जिस देश में गए हो वहां के कानून मानो। अब उस देश ने हमास को टेररिस्ट घोषित किया है, तो तुम वहां पर टेररिज्म को सपोर्ट नहीं कर सकते। और दूसरा, फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पीच एंड एक्सप्रेशन इंडिया में आर्टिकल 19 इज अवेलेबल ओनली टू इंडियन सिटीजन्स, नॉट टू द अफ्रीकन स्टूडेंट्स हु कम हियर।
Right, sir.
सिमिलरली अमेरिका में भी फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पीच एंड एक्सप्रेशन इज अवेलेबल टू द अमेरिकन, नॉट टू द इंडियंस। वेरी सिंपल।
Right,
हमारा
sir.
ये, सरकार ने यही स्टैंड दिया है। सरकार ने कहा भाई वहां पर हो, वहां की बात मानो, हम कोई सपोर्ट नहीं कर रहे। सरकार ने सपोर्ट करने से ही मना कर दिया। स्टेटमेंट देख लो। यू से, यू ग्रेजुएटेड इन 2020 एंड नाउ इट्स 2025, सो व्हाट डू यू डू फॉर अ लिविंग, अगर ये पूछेगा।
Sir, currently I am full time preparing. I am not doing any job, and I'm dependent on my parent and my brother who is also working in a private company, and they are supporting me, sir, till I get a job.
ओके, सो व्हाई डू यू काउंसल यंगस्टर्स? You could counsel anyone. I mean, middle aged, old age people, everyone has mental health issues. Why have you chosen youngsters?
Sir, I myself, being youngster, I think I have more understanding of the issues that youngsters go through, and personally, I have also suffered mental health related issues. So I think, sir, I feel more inclined, more empathy, and more compassion towards the younger population, sir.
Hmm. Do you think that social media reels and those YouTube shorts are also somewhere responsible for the mental health issues in youngsters?
Definitely, sir, it plays a very big role. There is a phenomenon called FOMO, fear of missing out. By watching at the reels and comparing their lives with the lives on the internet, the youngsters think that grass is greener on the other side, and they forget that grass is greener where you actually water it. And
Hmm.
sir, it creates a lot of anxiety.
Hmm. So you don't recommend any sports to the youngsters because you don't play any sports?
Sir, I do not play any sports because I recently gone through ligament tear. My ACL fracture is there in my knee. But sir, when it comes to recommendation, I definitely recommend playing some outdoor activities like outdoor physical fitness, physical health related aspects. Sir. Definitely, I recommend, sir.
Okay, so how to cut on the social media for the school students? Should they be, like Australia has banned the social media for youngsters? So should India take such steps?
Sir, definitely that is not the solution. Totally banning any technology will actually do more harm because then youngsters will not know how to properly use social media. Actually, sir, the solution lies in providing proper training in the school curriculum itself. We should include how to use social media in a positive way. And sir, along with that, the second point is parental control should be there for students below 18 age. The restricted content should be shown to them. That is a middle path.
Don't you think that Archaeological Survey of India is busy digging temples and graves instead of protecting them? It's not doing the work for which it was mandated.
Sir, the prime mandate of the Archaeological Survey of India was to protect the monuments given in the Amasar Act. But sir, currently we have seen that at many places digging is happening. So the prime reason is to uncover the real history of that place, that what actually existed at that place. But sir, personally, I believe that this will take us to nowhere because how many places we are going to dig? Whole India is there is a whole India and many structures are constructed. Where are we going to stop? Actually, sir, our focus should be more on to development of human capital, development of infrastructure, preserving the existing infrastructure. This is personally what I believe.
Then you must not be supporting the name changing spree of your state as well. Uttarakhand has recently renamed 15-20 names in its vicinity, and UP has also renamed many states like Prayagraj, many cities like Prayagraj. So, what is your view on that?
Sir, I believe that renaming of any place should be done by considering the fact that what it tries to teach the population of that region, whether it has a high cultural significance, what is the value it is trying to inculcate. And sir, I believe that a lot of places should not be renamed. Only those who are very culturally significant, they can be renamed, which has more cultural importance. Not all the places, sir.
But Prayagraj lost more than 500 crores as an administrative cost when it was renamed from Allahabad. Don't you think that money could have been used in hospitals and schools and sanitation and all?
Sir, that could have been used definitely, but sir, at the same time, when we named it the Prayagraj, it has also increased the cultural importance and it promoted tourism in that region, sir. So by promoting tourism, the money was generated.
ठीक है, वेरी गुड। आप एक पॉइंट सिर्फ यहाँ ऐड कर देना सर, विद द चेंजिंग ऑफ अ नेम ऑफ अ प्लेस we should also ensure that the place becomes better on ground. And how can we do that, sir? We can give a moral pledge to the citizens of that place कि आप प्रयागराज वालों को भी एक जिम्मेदारी में दे रहा हूं आज, मॉरली, कि आप लोग थूकेंगे नहीं, आप लोग गाली नहीं देंगे, आप लोग ट्रैफिक सिग्नल को फॉलो करेंगे, आप लोग लॉ अबाइडिंग सिटीजन्स बन जाएंगे, आप लोग अपनी जगह को स्वच्छ रखेंगे, स्वच्छता कैंपेन आप में भी है, आप लोग अपनी जगह को स्वच्छ रखेंगे, आप लोग ओपन डेफिकेट नहीं करेंगे, you will yourself
Right.
become better citizens and better care about the place which you have. तुमने बिल्कुल सही कहा सर, there is no harm if the people want it for their cultural aspect, let's give it to them, because उन्होंने रहना है ultimately प्रयागराज में. If they are happy, do it, but then also give them a sense of responsibility, give them a
Exactly.
moral responsibility to transform their place so that
Yes,
UP
sir.
becomes a golden state again, है ना? आप ऐसा कुछ
Right.
बोलोगे वहां पर? Are you aware of the Japanese philosophy of minimalism?
Sir, I know that Japanese are minimalistic, but any names associated with it, I'm not aware, sir.
हाँ, कोई बात नहीं. What is minimalism? What makes you think that Japanese are minimalistic? Very good.
Sir, minimalism means living one's life uh, in a very simple way, not having any extravagant expenditure or acquiring any luxurious lifestyle. And such Japanese society, I have seen very simple society, very harmonious and very collective society, where their focus is more on the collective development of the society and not on individualistic nature, sir.
And they use as much as they need. बाकी सबको सोसाइटी के लिए छोड़ देते हैं. हाँ, ये भी बोलो. Minimalism is an opposite ideology of consumerism.
Right, sir.
कंज्यूमरिज्म मतलब तुम इकट्ठा करते रहते हो जो तुम्हें नहीं भी जरूरत. मिनिमलिज्म क्या है? मिनिमलिज्म तुम उतना ही लोगे जितना तुम्हें जरूरत है. ठीक है?
Right, sir.
हाँ हाँ, बस आप ये बोलोगे. आर यू अवेयर ऑफ इकिगाई? IKIGAI, that famous book.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ikigai is a concept in the Japan. It is
Hmm,
a concept of the way of life, living a way of life,
hmm,
which says that if our life is full of the purpose, if there is a
hmm,
purpose in our life, then there will be happiness in our life. It
hmm,
basically it is a story of the Okinawa town which is in Japan, where life expectancy of people are very high. And Ikigai book says that the reason is that because people have harmonious relation between various aspects of their life, and they are able to have a very purposeful life, and that is why they are happy.
hmm. So did Kumbh Mela fail the Namami Gange project?
Sir, initially there were some reports, some rumors that the coliform bacteria level is very poor in the Ganga River at the Sangam point. But sir, the subsequent report by CPCB showed that no, it is not the case. And The water is healthy for the bathing purpose. And sir, it is also only temporary phenomena. Some problems may happen because so many people are taking bath. Some water may get dirty for very temporary period of time. But sir, Ganga has a very unique self purification capacity, and within after Kumbh ended, within few days, sir, the river was seen recovering.
अभिषेक, तुम तो एक परफेक्ट कैंडिडेट हो। मुझे बड़ी खुशी है आज हमारा सेशन हुआ है, अगर लेट होता तो दिक्कत होती। बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत उम्दा है, ऐसे ही तैयार करते रहो अपने आप को।